Floors, ceiling, and roofs have many shared attributes and common rules regarding their creation and modification. So, in this first part, we will discuss how to create and modify floors. Let's start. So, let's start with the basics. There are a number of rules surrounding the sketched definition of system family elements that apply to basic form in Revit. Firstly, let's start with the sketching rules. Here we have floor. Notice that when we are trying to draw it from the beginning, or the sketch is not completely closed shape, we will have an error message that lines must be in closed loops. Continue. On the other hand, if lines of the sketch are intersecting, so it is the same, lines cannot intersect each other. So our sketch must be clear, must be closed loop. And then we have our floor plan. In floor sketching, if we have a closed loop of lines and inside this closed boundary we have another closed boundary, so it will treat it as separate island. So the first one will act as a solid, second one will act as the void. If we have a third one, Revit in some cases will treat it as the first one, a solid island. In order to intersect with the boundary of the slab sketch, the only way we can subtract, but in case like this, it will not work. So if we, for example, want to make subtraction, we will go to split. In order to subtract shape like this circle, is we draw this circle and, for example, we will create split. So this will be okay. Same rule applies here. Secondly, in order to create a floor, we will go to Architecture tab, Floor, and we have to create the sketch from the beginning, or select lines, or the best choice will be selecting walls. The difference in here, we can notice this difference if we open section number 1, as in here. You can find here this slab, its core is connected to the core of the wall. So at any time, if we changed the wall type to any type, to any other type, so the core is still connected to the core. The core of the slab, the concrete, will be connected to our wall. Unlike drawing the sketch or selecting lines, there will not be relation between the wall and the floor slab. So you have to perform more steps in order to link the slab with the core of the wall. Thirdly, or the third part in this session, we will discuss the slope within floor slab. First thing, we can define slope. Click on the slab and on Edit Boundary, select, for example, this side, and I will tick on Define Slope. And the slope, let's make it 10 degrees. Let's check the 3D view. And this is our slab with the slope. If we make editing again, we can make this one minus 10. So it will reverse direction. So this is the first attempt to change the slope. Second, we can draw a slope arrow by going inside edit boundary, slope arrow. Slope arrow makes slope at any direction. So it can be like here, from here to here, or from here to here, whatever. Let's make this like that. Specify height at tail. So in this case, height will be at tail of that arrow. Height offset at 300. Let's make it 500. And okay, go to 3D view. And in order to check something like that, here we have this, and from this side, and again, it is the selected slab. So the direction, this is the highest point and this is the lowest point. We can change that, of course, make it slope, and this will reverse, will make the height at the head. We can change slope by editing the shape. We can select the floor slab and change or add points. Let's add point. When you click to add point, it will activate the corners points. So if we create this point and that point, and we may add split line and go to 3D. In 3D we can click modify sub-elements to select the points to edit the level. So in this point we can change its level to be -20, and this one also to be -50, -50. Skip twice. This will be useful when we are planning drainage within flat type of roofs. Okay guys, that was it for today. We will continue with the second part discussing ceiling. See you next time.